Hello, I'm Dr. Janice Betts. I am the treasurer for the New Jersey Literacy Association, and I'm here to share with you a story for our series this month celebrating Woman in History Month. I'll be reading The Girl Who Thought in Pictures, the story of Dr. Temple Grandin, and it's a story by Julia Finley Mosca, the author, and Daniel Raleigh, the illustrator. This book is published by Innovation Press, and we have permission to share this in a read aloud until the end of June during COVID. I'd like to dedicate the reading of this book to the children at the Estelle Manor Elementary School in Estelle Manor, New Jersey. I hope you'll pay special attention to the illustrations. They're simple and powerful and beautifully done. And also, I'm hoping that you're going to pay some special attention to the way the text is written and to the rhyming words in the text. One of the sentences says, if something was mentioned, for instance, a fly, in her mind she see dozens of photos whiz by. So you can see what rhymes, the end of this, fly and by. You're going to hear other rhyming words as we read the text. For instance, you're going to see and hear low and no, glory and story, hard and yard, and mad and bad. Can you think of any other rhyming words? Hen ends in en, and we might rhyme it with pen. Can ends in an, can, we might make it into man. Or pet ends in ed, pet, wet. I bet you can think of lots of other rhyming words. Maybe you can challenge yourself to make a list of words that rhyme. You're going to hear 3 new words in our book. I'd like to share them with you just for a moment. The first word is the word autism, a new word for some of us. And autism is when children are born and their brains think a little bit differently. And they enjoy different things maybe than you enjoy. Or they don't like things that maybe that you like. One of the things is they don't like often loud noises or bright lights or big cities, or they enjoy maybe repeating things or turning in circles. And when we think differently, our brains are working in a different way. But when we're different, it does not mean that we are any less, because our author says different. We are different, but not less. And the third word I'd like to share with you is the word unique. And you are unique. You are special. Your brain works in a special way, and that makes you unique. It makes you different. And at the end of our lesson, we're going to think of ways that you are unique. So let's get on with reading our story. Our story is dedicated for every child who's ever felt alone. And it's dedicated for Florence, and thank you to Asia for their support. So The Girl Who Thought in Pictures, the story of Dr. Temple Grandin. Get ready. Here we go. If you've ever felt different, if you've ever felt low, if you don't quite fit in, there's a name you should know. So get ready, get set for this cowgirl's true story. In the city of Boston, one hot summer day, a sweet baby was born. It was Temple. Hooray! Unique from the start, an unusual girl, she loved spinning in circles and watching things twirl. But some things she hated, like certain loud noises or bright crowded places like cities and towns. Frilly dresses with tags made her itch, pull, and tug. Something else that she hated was a big squeezy hug. A shy loner, this Temple, but when she got mad, when her feelings of stress and frustration gotten bad, quite a tantrum she'd throw. Kick, holler, and bang, shriek, yet still by age 3, not a word did she speak. She'll never be normal, was what some did say. Her brain's not quite right. You must send her away. Away, not my Temple, her mother proclaimed. We will figure this out. You should all be ashamed. Then little by little, though sometimes she balked, special teachers helped Temple, and one day she talked. And that thing with her brain, it was autism, you see. She was different, not less. They all finally agreed. Like most kids her age, she loved ice cream and art, but the way Temple thought, that's what set her apart. If something was mentioned, for instance, a fly, in her mind she'd see dozens of photos whiz by. When the time came for school, let's just say, that was hard. Kids taunted and chased her all over the yard. They picked on poor Temple, how crazy it drove her. They teased her by saying things over and over and over and over. Until finally she snapped. Yes, she did. She lost her cool. She threw a book at a kid and was kicked out of school. Not one really got Temple, but well, then again, the truth of it was Temple didn't get them. You need more time away, said her mom. That's what's best. You'll go visit your aunt on a ranch in the West. And guess what? Fitting in on a farm was less stress, since the pigs, they didn't care if her hair was a mess. Quite a sweet spot she had for the cows in their herds, such big gentle beasts who knew nothing of words. As she watched her new friends, a thought popped in her head. These cows think like me in pictures instead. At a new school that fall, Temple found more support and a teacher who taught her, you'll never fall short. When you find what you're good at, like science, you'll soar. And that teacher was right. He had opened that door. So she built a machine like she'd seen on some farms, an invention that hugged her with boards and not arms. It worked. She had done it from memory, it's true. And just like the cows, it made Temple calm too. I'm special, she thought, like a bright shooting star. My attention to details will help me go far. Through her studies, she learned there were farms not so kind. I will help them, she thought, some solution she'll find. And then something cool. Can you guess? Could it be? Off to college she went, a degree. She earned 3. And though ladies weren't experts on farms at that time, do you think that stopped Temple? No way, she did fine. She stepped through that door and went forward, no fears. She took on the world, but at times she had fears, because some things were scary, like people she'd meet who'd ignore her ideas, and well, they wouldn't be so sweet. But she never gave up, learned her stuff through and through, like why cattle will circle and what makes them moo. To build better farms was her goal. She would do it. Be kind to our creatures. They have feelings. She knew it. And slowly but surely she changed many minds until farm after farm built her awesome designs. Word spread about Temple, her feet's not so small. Temple grand, she's grand. Oh, she's the grandest of all. Now for these things and more, she's won honors and prizes, and a movie was made, but the biggest surprise is that girl with a future that couldn't be bleaker. Yes, that one silent girl, she is now a big speaker. Today she spreads hope with her stories and speeches. From New York to Sydney to Rome, Temple teaches. Each person is special, so unique are our minds. This world needs your ideas. It takes brains of all kinds. So here is the lesson. Feeling odd or offbeat? Being different might just be what makes you so neat. Don't let doubt hold you back, not for 1 minute more. Stand tall like Temple and march right through that door. And she leaves you a little letter at the end. She says, "Dear reader," here it is. "As a child, I was really glad that my mother always encouraged my ability in art. I encourage you to find something you're good at and work on developing it. If you're interested in becoming a scientist like me, find cool new ways to look at things such as microscopes and telescopes, explore nature, think up your own hands on science experiments, keep learning, especially from your mistakes." And she signs at Temple Grandin, and there's her picture. You can see she loves animals to this day. I hope you enjoyed that story and that you've been thinking about ways that you two are unique. And here's something you might want to do is draw a picture frame yourself, and underneath it, it says, "I am unique because." So think of ways that you're unique. You could write them down or draw pictures of yourself, because I know that you have so many gifts and talents that make you special and different. And Temple reminds us in the end that being different is what makes you neat. It takes all kinds of brains. So stand tall and don't let anything hold you back. Go, march right through that door like Dr. Temple Grandin. I hope you've enjoyed our story today, boys and girls, and I hope you have a wonderful day and keep walking through that door.